Hello, what is up everybody? RL57 here, back with yet another diecast car video, and in today's video we will be checking out the Tarmac Works Pagani Imola in this awesome looking Rosso Dubai color. Now to me personally, I've never heard of the Pagani Imola before. Imola, sorry if I'm saying it wrongly by any chance. I'm just gonna call it Imola for now. I've never even heard of the Pagani Imola and its existence previously. I only know the Pagani Zonda R, the Pagani Huayra R, BC. What else? Pagani. Well, there are tons of Paganis. I cannot recall. Pagani Utopia, that one I know. That's the most recent one. I've never heard of the Imola before because I've never heard of it throughout my life previously, but well, we're gonna find out as we review this Pagani Imola in this Rosso Dubai color, which is supposedly in a sort of reddish maroon, dark, like sort of burnt red or so. We'll see about that. So yeah, let's talk about the box first here. Very nice. We do have this subtle looking sort of like grayish silver on the top, as well as a red combo at the bottom right here, bright red. Here's the car presented, like, of course you know the illustration of the side of the Imola right here in this dark burnt sort of red here, maroon sort of color, also very nice. Love the wheels right here that they actually shown, quite detailed. Those are like 7 spokes, which is nice. So Pagani Imola Rosso Dubai. Here is the back side of the car, the other part. So if you have 2 boxes, maybe you can like combine both each other, which is very cool. Looking at the top, we have Global 64 right there, pretty simple. Moving at the back, we do have the logo for the Imola, which is this Pagani Imola sort of like logo right here. I believe this is a racetrack. I'm not sure which racetrack. If you do know, you can comment down below. I'm not entirely sure which racetrack is this. I'm not entirely familiar of it, but it's cool. Gray and red, like I said just now. And you have the generic Pagani logo right here on the side. And let's take a look at the bottom. So we have Tarmac Works, Tarmac for good, scale model 164, Pagani Imola, Rosso Dubai, Pagani logo right there, official licensed product, and there is the barcode if you need it, made in China. And of course Tarmac Works socials at the bottom. Just if you're wondering, before I proceed with this video, I bought this car at, of course, my local store, 2 Monster Shop. You can go check them out by clicking the link down in the description down below. And of course, if you don't typically maybe live in Malaysia, you can buy it yourself from the Tarmac Works website if you need it. All the links will be in the description down below. So without further ado, let's take a look at this newly released Pagani Imola. There's the design right there on the car. Let's take it out from the box. Would you look at that? So interesting color, lovely design for the Imola. It reminds me of the Huayra BC and the Pagani Huayra like R, the regular Huayra, I would say. It's like a combination of both typically, I would say. So it's in this sort of like Rosso Dubai, like it says, but just to like tell you more detail, like I don't know if it's because of the lighting or anything, but I'm just gonna tell you that it's sort of like a dark red, maroon-ish burnt red, I would say. Sort of like this dark burnt red, or maybe you would say liquid maroon sort of. It's more to like that metallic dark red, I would say. Personally, I do really like the combo for this car. It's sort of like that, like I said, dark maroon sort of color with black touches on the car, such as the hood and also the roof. Towards the back as well, some like black stripes, black spoiler, as well as sort of like liquid silver rims, matte silver rims, which is interesting. 7-spoke rims, if you can see it, but we'll of course take a detailed look after this. So yeah, I've never heard of the existence of the Pagani Imola, but if I'm not mistaken, this is Tarmac Works' first casting for the Imola. I've never seen them release the Imola previously before. I've seen them release the Pagani Huayra R, the Pagani Zonda R, and I believe the BC. The BC is quite popular in Tarmac Works as well. And a Pagani that's coming soon as well. I just heard that Tarmac is actually producing it in the near future, maybe in less than 6 months' time, would be the Pagani Utopia, which is actually a newly released Pagani in the real world as well. I think less than a year ago they actually did debut the car in real life, and it was very nice. The Pagani Utopia, it's sort of like, I would say personally, it reminds me of the the McLaren Speedtail. Just that, well, the Pagani Utopia, of course, is slightly more longer. It's sort of like a long wheelbase hypercar, where of course it needs more downforce and drag in order to be on the racetrack at top speed. So yeah, the Utopia is a combination of sort of like the Huayra and the Huayra R and also the Huayra BC, but quite extended, I would say. So it's slightly longer, which is nice. And the Imola, I'm not entirely sure what is this focused more on. Is it more to the regular hypercar racetrack-ish car, or maybe it's a track and road legal luxury hypercar? I'm not entirely sure, as I'm not particularly familiar with the Imola that much, but I'm still here to review it for you guys from Tarmac Works. So yeah, let's get right into it as we check out the car in much more of a detailed look. So we'll start off from the side right here. Of course, it's in its clean livery, clean design. Nothing much to say about the livery, as basically there's no details or anything. No like extra stickers or anything. No, those are not on the car or anything. So we'll start off from the rims. We do have these liquid silver sort of matte 7-spoke rims, and the rubber tires are quite thin, to be honest. It's not what I would expect from a Pagani, which is interesting. Quite thin rubber tires. I'm not sure how many inches are those in real life, but still pretty cool. I think that says Imola. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, that is pretty interesting. You have some black bits on the side right here. You have some black trim on the bottom right here. You have the side splitters as well. You have some tiny little intakes on the side right here near the door, and you have some more black trim on the side. Pretty standard, I would say, for the side. I mean, the door looks pretty generic here, if you ask me. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, before we proceed, of course, you can see that the side mirrors are actually located slightly more in front, slightly ahead of the cockpit of the car. So yeah, it's basically located here, which is near to the headlight section. And if you look closely at the side mirrors, they are actually quite different. And just if you're wondering, yes, they are rubber, so be careful with that. They are quite fragile, and they're rubber, by the way, rubber black side mirrors, if you're wondering. Overall, very cool. Moving down to the headlights right here. Are those transparent? I think they are transparent headlights. So transparent headlights with some black trim on the headlights as well, which are cool. You have some hood vents right here, hood intakes or anything you want to say it. You have the front grille located at the bottom right here, Extended front splitter as always for a race car such as this, so very cool. So there's the front grille details, very nice. You do have this blacked out big stripe from the hood towards the back, which is actually pretty cool. You have this like black stripe with some silver or white trim, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's more to a silver trim, which is actually pretty sick. Very clean and detailed, well detailed. I do really like that. Regular windshield tint, blacked out interior. The seats are also blacked out. I don't think there's any carbon fiber inside or anything. So the roof is actually black and it goes throughout the whole parts of the car, including the engine bay, I assume. And overall pretty simplistic, I would say. It's pretty clean, if you ask me, from the top. It actually looks pretty good. And yeah, I do really like it. Here is the other side, just if you're wondering, as always. So it's basically the same thing, nothing much to say about this part, as it's the same thing as the other one. Just need to highlight this gap right here, this like tiny little panel gap is actually disturbing, as it kind of reminds you of the car being able to like move. I would say the opening like part. Actually, this car does not have an opening part, but it actually reminds you that it actually sort of has an opening part, as the panel gap is like too big. So Tarmac Works maybe should have fixed that, I would say, but it's completely fine, I would say. At first glance, I thought there was an opening like part or so, maybe like the whole back part opens out. But no, it actually is a panel gap, just if you're wondering. Very cool. Just to highlight to you guys. So you have this massive rear spoiler right here, which is actually pretty cool. Oh yeah, just to mention to you guys, this actually is a fin connected towards the rear spoiler. So basically this rear spoiler basically has 3 supports at the back. One on the right, one in the middle, and one at the left. Basically, this is like a support as usual, you already know. Race cars normally have supports, especially in like those Group 1 cars, the GTP cars as well. They normally have like these supports at the back for like more drag, I would say. So pretty interesting actually. So you do have the rear lights, which are 3 circle red rear lights right here on each side, which are pretty interesting. Normally Pagani has these similar rear lights, especially for the Huayra series, and it continues on to the Imola series as well, which is interesting. You have some vents here moving at the back right here, and you have the 4 exhaust pipes right here, the quadruple exhaust pipes here at the back, which are located in the middle right here. They are slightly blue, so pretty interesting. They actually like colored the exhaust pipes in the middle right here slightly blue, which is interesting to see actually. It says Imola right here on the right, no license plate or anything. Well, you do have these massive rear diffusers right here at the back. As it's a race car, you already know it. It basically has diffusers at the back, which are pretty interesting and quite cool. Let's move on to the base of the car. Just if you're wondering, if you want to know, it's actually metal base, just if you're wondering. Blacked out metal base, Tarmac Works, Pagani Imola made in China, and 1/64 scale. Pretty simple base. Overall, I quite love the car itself, which is very cool. Even though I don't have like the BC or Huayra art in particular, I actually do like the Imola quite better as well. One, I like the color actually. It looks pretty great in this like burnt red or dark maroon, I would say. The color is spot on if you ask me, and the color combination with the rims are actually pretty cool. The rims in particular, I just want to mention, if you go to the Tarmac Works website and if you're wondering is there a chase car version of this car or not, there actually is. The chase version is not your typical like silver body of the car's color and mixed rim colors. I mean, like inverted rim colors. No, they're actually quite different this time. For the Pagani Imola, the chase version actually has swapped rims and swapped wheels basically. As if today basically I checked the Tarmac website, and for the chase car version they actually have different set of rims, which are actually pretty interesting. The color of the car remains, just that the rim color options are different, and I believe not just the color options, the whole rims are actually different. So pretty interesting to know about that. Just if you're wondering, actually, is there a chase version or not, I already answered that question. The chase basically has different set of rims which are in different colors as well, which is actually pretty interesting. Luckily they didn't actually like use the silver color treatment, like sort of like that Tarmac raw sort of color treatment on the Pagani Imola. It will be sad to see that. It's actually pretty nice in this color already, and it will be funny to see it in sort of like that silvery color, which I don't really like for the like chase versions. I don't like any sort of chase colors, to me personally. If you ask me, Mini GT, Kaido House, Tarmac Works, what else? CM model, they normally have chase versions of their cars, and they're normally colored like in this like sort of silver Tarmac-ish color. I typically don't like these colors, and when they like debut the chase versions, and basically you wouldn't even know which one you'd get. You obviously have the hype to know which one you actually get. If you do get a chase, basically you would have to buy another one so that you would have the original color itself. But if you do get the chase, of course the value is of course different compared to the regular version. It has a more higher value. But if you ask me personally, I don't really like the chase versions, unless if they like swap the rims only and they maintain the color of the car, then I like that. But if like the whole Tarmac silver color, I don't actually like at all, as I don't really typically like chases unless if it's Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels does a great job with their car culture chases. They normally color in that solid jet black or metallic black, however you want to say it. But Mini GT, Tarmac, and also Kaido House, and also CM model, they normally like to do these sort of like Tarmac silver colors, which I don't really like. Unless if the combination really suits it well, then I might go along with it. But if not, I don't really buy it. I might just trade the color or the car with the regular version instead of keeping the chase version with me. But yeah, overall the Pagani Imola, I would say quite a thumbs up for me. I do really like the casting. Overall, such a sick model. And if you want to get yours today, you can go check out the car at Two Monsters Shop at Tamarind Square, Cyberjaya, if you are living in Malaysia. But if not, then maybe you can buy it from their Shopee page if you're not able to go to their store but you're living in Malaysia. But if you're not living in Malaysia at all, then I would suggest you to go get your hands on it from the Tarmac Works website. Depends on the stock. If it's still available, then you can go get it. If not, then you have to wait for any other color to be available in the future, then you're able to be getting it. But yeah, there you go. That is my review of the Pagani Imola in Rosso Dubai color. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below regarding this extremely great color of a hypercar, the Pagani Imola. Once again, I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. See my other videos. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you soon. Bye bye.